What is up, fellow Renegades? Rich Renegade here, bringing you some updates in regards to the Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. As of in the last week, things have been pretty interesting. We got a fair few videos and announcements regarding the Faber Marsupial that we all know and love. So, the first video that we actually got was showing off the Upstream level from Crash Bandicoot 1. Now, what's interesting is that we got to see, of course, how the level is, the actual secret gem path, as well as a few other things. One of the things being the actual hub islands that you would travel through to in Crash Bandicoot 1. We got to see a small snippet of that, as well as you can actually see or get the ability to see the time trial records, if you will. And it gives you that option. There's been a few slight changes to the gem path. Of course, the gem paths are now more circular. It's not in the same shape as when you obtain the original gem. I believe it was like the golden or orangey gem that you get, if I am not mistaken, which you then use in Upstream. Other than that, there was a few little differences that they go over, because I had a developer commentary over it. One of them was that when you jump on the lily pads, which in the Upstream levels, they would sync after a short time. In the original games, there was no way of telling other than count. I think you had to count how long it was going to take. It's usually around 2 to 3 seconds. But now in the Insane Trilogy, they've made like a little ripple effect on the water. So when you're standing on it for too long, or after a set period of time, the water will ripple, giving you an indication that you need to get off that lily pad, which I thought it's a nice change. Of course, with technology advancing, they have to make slight changes so that new players and old players alike can sort of know what to do or what to expect from that. Of course, the bonus area they did show off as well, completed. And what's interesting is that when you get to the end, Tonya doesn't just stay there. Cortex whisks her away, which I found was pretty cool. And other than that, we just got to see the level, and that was it. Ultimately, again, the game looks amazing. The level looks amazing. It was just a shame that we didn't get to see, more Cortex Strikes Back or Warped. However, I'm pretty sure, as we have got a couple of months left, that we will see some footage regarding Warped. But that leads me very nicely onto the next video, which we had a Cortex promo trailer. Now you're thinking, we all know who Cortex is. He doesn't need a promo. Well, you'd be right in saying that. But what was interesting is that in this 15-second trailer, yes, 15-second trailer, we got to see a few things from Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. We got to see, firstly, the warp room, a snippet of the warp room for a few split seconds in this trailer, seeing what it's actually like, and even seeing part of the cutscene where Cortex as a hologram is talking to Crash, as well as seeing the boss fight from Crash Bandicoot 1 and Crash Bandicoot 2 with a small snippet of the cutscene, the intro cutscene from Crash Bandicoot 2 as well. Now, of course, there's a few slight different things. Of course, we get to see that in the Crash Bandicoot 2 boss fight that Cortex is holding the crystal running away. If I remember correctly, he wasn't holding the crystal in the original Crash Bandicoot 2, he was just in a jetpack sort of flying away. And other than that, of course, you get to see, if you slow down the video, you may just be able to see it, but you can see the island sort of burning in the background, Cortex's island in the boss fight. And we get to see, of course, a little bit of the cutscene from Crash Bandicoot 2, which, again, game looks amazing, cannot wait through it. And we got to hear a little snippet of his theme from Crash Bandicoot 1. Again, not a whole lot to go on the trailer considering it's 15 seconds, but I would like to imagine that in the next maybe few months or every week, we may get a 15-second promotional trailer of some of the other characters that are from Cortex Strikes Back, maybe even the original game, and possibly even Warped, just showing off a little snippet of a level. Like maybe we'll get a Dingo Dial one, maybe we'll get an Entropy one, showing off maybe some of the stage in his area, and then showing the boss fight, which will be interesting, to say the very, very least. But one thing that was a huge sort of surprise to me is that First for Figures, a company that actually has made official merchandising for many other series and games like Pac-Man, Kirby, and many, many more, are now joining up with Activision to bring us Crash Bandicoot and Spyro figures. Now, I know this is mainly, of course, a Crash Bandicoot video, but it's interesting because they did quote that the Spyro figurine that they're going to make is going to be classic Spyro. So it's not going to be the Gremlin Spyro from Skylanders, it's not going to be the Legend of Spyro, it's going to be the OG Spyro and the OG Crash that's going to be made into these figures and statues, which I believe they're coming out in 2018. There's no images as of yet, but I have looked at the other images and other statues that they have done, and they look amazing, and I'm pretty sure my money's going to go into probably getting both the original Crash and the original Spyro statues that they do. So hopefully, with that being said, we may not just get figurines or statues of the Crash and even Spyro. Maybe we'll get some actual merchandise, like shirts or other stuff, maybe to go alongside with a lot of other things. I just really want a shirt, I'm sorry, but ultimately, it's been an interesting week so far. Of course, we've not really got long until the game actually comes out. So I wanted to know from you guys and girls, what did you think of the sort of 3 videos that have come out regarding Crash Bandicoot this week? Firstly, did you like the Upstream footage? What are your thoughts and opinions on it? What did you think of the Cortex promotional trailer? As well as, lastly, the figurines that are going to be coming out in 2018. Are you interested in getting them? If so, which one would you get? Would you get both, or are you going to get just either Crash or Spyro maybe? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, there's been a fair bit of news. I can only hope that in the next coming weeks that we will get either more short trailers or promos or some news, at least showing off Warp, because we have got approximately around 60 something days until the game actually comes out. But thank you guys and girls for watching and listening to me go on once again. Please make sure to share this video and comment on anything that you wish to regarding this video. And until the next time, we will see you guys and girls in the next video.